Hello and welcome, my name is Tobal. Thank you for joining me for another X4 Foundations video. We are still in our first playthrough of this game, and there is another patch that was dropped today. I think it's 1.31. Not really a whole lot of bug fixes, it's more patching some issues with the player station quest, which we've already completed. There was a part where when you go through the anomaly too quickly, it doesn't recognize it. So they fixed that. Right now, what I'm doing is trying to decide where to build another station, because I'd like to see what it's like to build a station from scratch. We have about 2.5 million, so we have built up quite a bit of our income because last episode we wound up buying 2 additional traders and 2 additional mining ships. Although one of these traders is stuck right now because they don't have a good enough pilot, so they can't actually auto trade. I could probably send that trader to the station that we have, or even the new station that we're going to have, and I might use them to trade for that station, so get it whatever it needs and, you know, deliver goods to and from it. So I was leaning 2 ways with the station, the new station. I was thinking about either building the station here in Second Contact, because number one, sorry, we're actually right on the freeway, so it's really loud. Okay, we'll burn away just a second and we'll stop. So Second Contact is only a couple jumps away from our player. This is the free station, right? The Casterly Rock. Apparently it's called Grand Exchange now, even though I manually named it Casterly Rock a couple episodes ago. But the Grand Exchange one is our player-owned station. We built that. We didn't build it. We actually received it for free as part of the story quest. So it's right here in Grand Exchange. It is 2 jumps away from Pious Mists and also 2 jumps away from Second Contact, although there's a bit of a long run in Grand Exchange to get to those 2 gates. I like the idea of building it somewhere along the main, I call it the Autobahn, the main freeway here, the big freeway that connects a lot of these sectors, because if we have a trader going to a bunch of different areas, I want them to be fairly close to the freeway without having to worry about doing long runs away from that. So I kind of like the idea of being only 2 jumps away from our existing station. Now the question becomes, where do we put them? Do we want to put them in an area that does have ore? Or do we want to just put them anywhere and it doesn't matter what's available? So let's explore this sector just a bit. There is some area that I've not gone over. Well, this is older info, right? This is kind of dark, so we don't have live satellite info here. It does have quite a bit of ore in the radius of this resource probe. I don't know how big the resource probe is. Maybe just 1 box. So there's nothing here in the middle area where I'm kind of aiming at. This might be a nice spot because it's right off the freeway. It is in the middle of an asteroid belt. It's not too terribly far from the jump gate, which can take it towards the other station if we ever need that. Yeah, so maybe somewhere around here is nice. Maybe just outside of the belt. That way no one winds up crashing into the asteroids every 5 seconds. So where can we go? Maybe somewhere like right here? Let's take a look at this spot. Seems pretty nice. There's not really a whole lot going on. Not a lot of asteroids. A ton of asteroids close by. Although they may be empty. I don't actually know if these asteroids repopulate over time or not. Okay, so we're looking right here. This seems like an okay spot. Near asteroid belt, near the highway, near-ish the exit to the jump gate, and right in the middle of a bunch of other stations. Let's do it. Let's go into the managed plot area. Okay, so it's telling us that we want to do a new plot. Let's do new plot, and I guess we'll make it maybe... I don't know if you can expand plots or not. I guess we'll just make it a 5-kilometer cubed plot. Let's do create new plot. Oh, that's beefy. That's okay. How much is this going to cost us? Is this on? So this does take the flat plane of the system. Okay. This would cost us, oh my goodness, this would cost us 9 million for that size plot. Okay, so every time we're reducing the size, it's almost like by 1 million. So let's start with a small plot instead. You know, this system does not have a trading post. Just a generic trade center. I don't know what the other systems actually use the trading center for, but maybe that's going to be useful. Alright, so this plot would only cost us $500,000. Probably interesting. I think it's actually based on... Oh, it is based on your location. So maybe it's like either a proximity to existing stations. Is that part of it? Let's see what happens when we put right next door. It's more expensive there. It's less expensive the farther out we go from the highway. Oh, so it's based on maybe the highway. Alternatively, the highway plus other stations. This seems more expensive maybe because it's closer to a jump gate. Well, that's kind of neat. I like that it actually costs you money to build closer to important areas. Well, we do want it here because it is close to the freeway. It is close to everything else. So that's fine. Let's go ahead and buy this license. Let's see if it withdraws right away. 556. It did. So now we have this plot. Okay, let's hit continue. And we have an empty plot of space here. Let's do... It's kind of hard without a little bit better Z controls, like axis controls, to get a sense of everything, right? See, it's over here on this view, but on this view, it might be over to the corner. So you're probably going to have to rotate around to find that right balance of what you're looking for. So this can be our central spire, just mostly for the moment so I can understand, like, get a reference point to what I'm doing. We'll put a cross-section towards the bottom and a cross-section at the top. Let's stick a couple of base modules on here to give it some distance out horizontally. And I'm curious of how much this is all going to cost me by doing all this stuff. Is this a big dock? This is for big ships, right? Isn't the... Is it almost too big for the entire station? We'll put a basic dock here. That should be fine. Okay, so we've got a basic dock and not much else. Let's also add some storage. Let's add some medium storage to this place. So we can only connect on a couple different areas. Let's connect on this end here. Why won't you let me click here? Okay. Let's also add a builder here. Now, I was told you can just place something down and then right-click it. Oh, so when I was doing this, I'm holding Shift. And by holding Shift and holding the right-click key, I'm snapping to angles. Instead of having a free placement, I'm snapping to angles. Also, it looks like when we have the angle correct enough to link in with another, I guess, point, it turns greenish. So you're seeing how these other ones turn green. However, over here, they're not green because you can't sync up with them. All right, so let's do this. We'll pick it back up by maybe left-clicking. And it's snapped into place. Okay, so we've got two storage modules on top. We've got a docking bay down here. And not much else because we don't have a ton of things. Oh, I didn't see that we did have some production modules. We could just try to produce our own energy. All right, it only connects into one side. This might be too big for our area here. Yeah, it looks like that actually sticks out over the edge of our box. Yep. We'd have to do this right dead center. We also could produce our own meat, I guess. I hope that saved all my changes. For some reason, it decided to... Of course not. Why would it do that? Okay. Let's do this one more time. Okay, and we'll try this again. I could leave more room for things, but I think over time, once we make more money, we might just wind up expanding this plot as a whole. This could be our main exploration base where we really kind of get heavily into base building, because this is going to start from scratch and have like an all-in-one mega base. All right, so at its basic, we wanted to have that. We wanted to have a storage unit. I'll just add one storage unit for the moment. I forgot to add another cross section up here. Storage off the side. Was going to look at meat. We could build our own meat, which is interesting. You're not liking the way things are snapping. Why can't I snap to this? Is it just not big enough there? It could snap on that spot. That's not too bad. I don't know if I want to produce my own meat. I don't think it's going to be really all that lucrative. So I'm going to take it off for the moment. And okay, I'm a little nervous about God darn it. Okay, well, pressing delete apparently doesn't do what you would inherently naturally think it would do. So that's neat. Let's take a look at plan build. Yep, we lost it all again. All right, folks, let's do third time in a row. As you can see, I'm super excited. Very happy. Very happy that some basic intuitive controls are not there. I'm just not going to click the meat thing. I'm not going to click anything I don't want to build. That's what we're going to do. Cross, cross. Basic dock. I think I wanted the basic dock to come off a bit of a kind of an extension just to give it a little bit of space, like horizontal space away from the center. Not that I think that really matters, but just for fun's sake. Okay, one medium thing. All right, that's it. We've got a medium storage unit, a basic dock, and some other stuff. Let's confirm this before I explode from hitting the wrong button. All right, we have this plan built now. So we are going to need how many resources? Let's open all this back up. It's estimating that it's going to cost us 1.5 million credits in order to purchase all of these items. What I think I'd like to do is, let's get out of this screen. We have one trader that's not doing anything because he's not smart enough, the captain's not smart enough or skilled enough to do auto trading. So can I right click and assign you to here, transfer wares with? I can't. I can't make you trade for that station. Maybe I've got a different selection. Okay, you can only transfer wares with. Oh, that's not quite what we were hoping for. Okay, that's fine. We'll have to do the same thing we did before where we let other traders make the deals here. Let me do the plan build, and we'll put some money into the station. We're going to give it 1.6 million. Okay, we're going to give them 1.6 million in the station. So now we're going to start seeing these items be reserved by traders because we're putting up buy orders in the system and the galaxy. So we're going to start offering to buy Claytronics for yada yada. Although I guess it would make sense. It would be neat if our own traders would pick that up. All right, let's do confirm module change. Let's go back and see if anyone's picking up these buy orders at all. Oh, nothing quite yet. Oh, you know what we might need to do is rent or hire. Okay, they are starting to reserve the materials here. Let's hire a builder. There is a builder, there's a couple builders right here where we are, roughly. Let's select him. How much is that going to cost us? Doesn't really say how much that costs. That's fine. Confirm this. So this is going to be our builder. He's going to come next to the factory and hang out. We're sitting now a lot less money, of course, because we wound up just dumping a bunch into it. While that's starting off and while all the other traders are starting to bring items towards that. Oh, let me see if... Yep, it also has that neat little construction dock right here. I wonder when this goes away, or if this ever goes away at all. Maybe when your dock supports large ship docking? I'm not sure. Let's go visit our other trader ship, which is over here. What I want to do is give... well, we need to find someone first. Let's see who's on our ship. What do we have on board of our Discovery Vanguard here? Let's do ship information. I wanted to do what? Map. We'll do it this way. Discover Vanguard. How many crew do we have on board? We have 2 passengers. We have 1 crewman on board here. Yara and Nyota. but did I somehow kick you out of this? I don't know. I promoted someone to pilot and they disappeared off my ship. So that's entertaining. Okay, let me pick something up real quick. Let's go to an equipment dock because I want to get a police scanner. Police scanner should let you, from what I understand, see all the crew and their stats on any given ship that you look at. And then what I want to do is I want to poach a good pilot off a random large capital ship. Okay, so that's what I want to do for that. Meanwhile, our station, Second Contact Flashpoint Factory, is more than likely awaiting all of its wares. Okay, so we have, it looks like most of the resources have been reserved except for Claytronics. I see hull parts and I see energy cells. These are reserved. So someone is bringing us all of the hull parts we need, all of the energy cells we need, but we have not seen a Claytronics reservation. And I would like to explore later on. What I'm going to do is expand that station, and then I'm going to have traders attached to that station directly. So I want to see if you have a trader assigned to the station, if the trader will go ahead and go out and buy things for it, thus saving you a little bit of money, right? Because I guess you're still paying for the wares in general. Maybe there's an overhead fee that's also added onto it, like delivery fee or something like that. Otherwise, I am very pleased with the last couple of sales that our ships have been doing. It looks like they are making a decent amount of money, so maybe some of those previous issues have been resolved. Our driller is making like 250,000 per sale. That's nuts. That's really, really good. Mining Navidium. Now, I don't know how long it takes, to be fair. I've not paid attention and watched how long it's taking them to mine a full hold full of ore and then sell that. That was really challenging to say. Alrighty, so we're going over here. And the last thing I'm going to do right before I go by is look at the research screen, because there's something that I need to start looking into, which is being able to scan. Yeah, we don't want to take docks. We want to take production blueprints.
Very good. I will let you know when I am done.
Thank you. Wonderful. This should let us start scanning a certain feature on a ship, on a station rather, and then learn how to make that production blueprint. So if they're a place that makes microchips, we could scan their microchip, piece of the station, whatever part of the station makes microchips. Like maybe it's this, maybe it's this central axis here. We could scan this, get the correct piece of information, then we'd have that blueprint to build ourselves. Since I still have not been able to find out where you actually buy the thing from. Scanner is what we were looking for here. Police scanner, that's what we want. Okay, it's going to take 1 minute. That's fine. Yes, you are supposed to be impressed by that. What else do we have going on here? Our trader's ready to go. Our builder's ready to go. He's waiting on the station to have its parts. The Claytronics have now been reserved, so someone is bringing all of the parts that we need. Excellent. That's exactly what we were hoping to find. So at some point, this station's going to start getting built up, and then we're going to look at which modules to add and all that kind of information. And what I'll do from here is I'm going to use this police scanner, and I'm going to try to find a decent 3-level pilot so that we can order our trader beta. That's right now, it's just sitting here doing nothing. I want to upgrade the crew so that the captain can do the auto trading, because right now he's only a 2, or she's only a 2 if it's Lori Millard. She's only a 2-star captain, and you need to be a 3-star captain in order to perform the auto trading mission. All right, let's go find ourselves a target. May just go back to Second Contact because that's where a lot of the capital ships were. Capital ships, I mean just like a construction ship. they're big enough that they have their own full crew on board, and you can find someone who has decent piloting and just poach them. A bit annoying that you can't choose the level of skill you want your starting pilot to have. I know that you can level them up. I guess I could have them doing something like what could they do here to level and distribute wares? I mean, could they just revisit known stations and get levels over time? I'm not really sure. Who have we had the longest? Probably this Elite Vanguard. Well, that's a thought. Maybe we take this captain out and here, let's do this. Let's remove you from your assignment. Let's make you dock at the same station that our trader is at, which is where? Okay, let's have you dock here. Maybe that's what I'll do. That might be a little bit easier than everything I'm trying to figure out right now. Did I just pass what I wanted to do? How did I miss that? Okay, we'll do this gate.
Entering system. Second contact.
We're back in second contact. I'll just take a slow us down to a stop. Is our Elite Vanguard doing stuff? What are you up to? Okay, you're on your way to the same dock that the beta trader is at. Alright, that sounds good. I might go there too just to oversee this little transfer of command to make sure that there's no weird microwave that I have to do. Okay, autopilot boggles my damn mind sometimes, but whatever floats your boat, autopilot. Alright, seems to be on the right track, maybe. So we'll autopilot over to the same dock that the trader's at. Once we have that done, we'll try to transfer commands of the ship to a level 3 pilot. You know, I'll tell you what, because this was the entire idea of the experiment was to scan somebody, let's just, for fun, let's scan a capital ship. I have to go up and scan it. Oh, maybe that's the part of my mission that I was always failing. The missions that said to perform a deep scan of a module, maybe I needed to have the police scanner on board instead. Maybe it didn't penetrate enough. I mean, how close do you have to be here? Scan mode is not enabled. Oh, okay, okay. Oh god, we don't want to start a boarding operation here. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe that is how you do it. What do you mean I can't do that? Really? No, but I didn't just piss somebody off too much. So now what do we see? Let's open you up. Let's go to your information tab. And I can see this is the Mammoth. Okay, you're deploying to the station. That's your order. Service members. That's cool. It's a little bit awkward that... Okay, right here. So we found somebody. Marie Nedley. Marie Nedley has a 3-star piloting. Okay, so let's go look for Marie Nedley. That's funny. I like that you can do that. We just scanned the ship. And I'll show you again here in case you didn't catch that. I pulled up the map. Went to their information by right-clicking and going to information. So we're looking at their detailed list. And it might look like this for you. So once you scan the ship, if you go to personnel, crew, some of this is expanded, it might not be for you. So we'll go to full crew list, and I've expanded the service crew out. Okay, so now we're looking at we can explore the able-bodied or the apprentices here. What's annoying is you kind of have to go through each person to expand their entire skill set. What about the able-bodied crewmen? No, that's just that. It's showing you the default crew skill, which I think is engineering, because they're basically all engineers. So you have to expand it to find the good pilot. So we found one in Marie. So we're going to go find our Marie something or other. Hopefully there's not too many Maries on board. All right. Honest to God. Crazy, crazy controls. Nine out of 10 times I have no problems with docking, and then like that one time I'll just be like not able. I can't get anything going. Just hitting all the wrong keys. Okay. Marie. I wish I could tell. I wish I could ask and say, hey, where's this person? Thank you. Welcome aboard. We're gonna have to just run around until we find Marie. I think is what we're gonna have to do. Are they out doing laps, perhaps? Nope. Alright, let's run on down into... I mean, really, all you can go is into the bridge. I think you just have to wait and hope you find them. Because they're spread out all through the ship. Like, not everyone is sitting here at the start. Yeah, we're going to have to keep waiting for Marie, I think, to just show up on the top side. Let's see what else you can do. Can I... Wait, why can't I hire you? Is it because you're at work right now? You're at a console? That's mild. I love that this guy's got a suit on right now. Can I ask you where to find other crew members?
Hello there.
Oh, that's annoying. I can't hire
Good
them?
luck out there.
Did they patch that where you can no longer poach people off of a crew?
Hello there.
I don't see a hire option anymore.
Hello there.
Interesting. Well,
Good luck out there.
that's interesting. I guess you can't do that anymore. Maybe it's either this ship or maybe it's been a patch that I've not caught the notes of. So I guess we're back to the old standby. The other plan that we had was to get over to our other two docked ships in where the trader's at right now. Okay. I have no controls over the ship right now. Let's stand up.
I have come to the end of my research.
Okay. It looks like we've got the research now that lets us scan anomalies to steal their production module, to learn the blueprint of their production module. I'll show you this if I can find a station that's got one once we get our captains reassigned over. So let's take a look. How's our new factory going? Let's look at the build. You are still, what, waiting on stuff?
Entering system.
You still need hull parts? Can we not afford it? Okay, we'll have to get to that in a minute. Come back to you. It looks like the rest of the parts did get delivered, though.
Docking granted.
Alright, so here's our trader. And there is our other ship, which is, I think, was the Elite Vanguard. So I'm going to have to explore this a bit to find out how we have to transfer crew. And I think since we're right here on the station, we could just have them follow us. Or, yeah, I think we can have them directly get assigned to a different ship.
Hello.
So I'll just do it inside of here. So let's look at the... we're going to right-click on the Elite Vanguard. We'll expand the pilot. You're now piloting 4. It's the same pilot. Did I pick a different ship? That's fine. I am going to calm you.
Can I help?
I want you to work somewhere else for me. I want you to work on Trader Beta. Can I do this? Right click select. This person cannot be employed.
Sir.
Okay. What can I have you do? Can I go ahead and click on the transport Beta? It might be that way because they already have a
Can I
pilot.
help?
I want you to work somewhere else for me. I want you to work at the Vanguard as a crew member.
Confirmed.
Okay, so now we have a ship with no trader, or no pilot. Now I want to pick up the Elite Vanguard pilot, calm
Can
them,
I help?
work somewhere else for me. Trader Beta, right? As the pilot. As the captain.
Confirmed.
Okay, so now I think we have a ship without a pilot. So why don't we try to talk to the person right in front of me? Game is auto-saving, so it's a bit frozen. Okay. Let's talk to this person, Nyota
help?
Disma. I want you to go ahead and go over to the Elite Vanguard as the pilot.
Goodbye.
Oh, wrong button. Sorry about that.
Can I help? Acknowledge.
Okay, so you should then get up,
Hello.
go over to your Elite Vanguard. You should be piloting that. And now I should be able to go to my Trader Beta and give it the auto trade ability. I can, in fact, do that. Great. That's what I wanted to do. Now we're going to give it the standard old list of items to trade. So basically electronic things that are kind of expensive. Now we might add a full list of things once we have a very expensive trader, like the large size trader that can hold like a quadruple or however much it can hold. Because then bulk becomes a way to make money as opposed to having to sell these at more expensive items. Medical supplies are super cheap. Missile components, I think that's fine for the moment. I'll give you this order, and now you're going to start auto trading. Great. So we have our auto traders. All three auto traders are doing the auto trading thing. Let's look at you, Charlie. How are you doing? Your default behavior is to undock, or sorry, is to auto trade, and you were just undocking. So you're doing what we want you to do, which is excellent. Let's take a look at our second station. Plan build. What are you up to? You are done? Are you done? You're getting built. Okay. All the resources are here. The person that we've hired to build the station is building it, so they're actually making it happen right now. So before I end this episode, let me take a look at maybe trying to scan a production module of another station, so we could maybe get an idea of what, how to do that, and then maybe we in the next episode we start figuring out what we want to do in terms of what do we want our next station to make, what do we want that station to be doing. So what I want to find is I want to find the module, like what module here. What I'm talking about is what module, which piece of this station makes microchips. Okay, that's the first thing we need to do. So first off, have we scanned this station? Okay, we don't know. So it looks like this is a production module and that's a production module. Got it. So these two things over here, these are the two production modules. So we need to scan this and not hit it, not hit it, not hit it. Okay, just give it a love tap. Okay, let's go into the menu. Now we see, yes, we have scanned this. So we see that it's a microchip production. Okay, so because of my research, I have production module hack. This allows the possibility to steal a blueprint when scanning the data leak. So what I need to find is a tiny little red thing that's like spitting sparkles out. It may not be here. It may not be available here. It just might be something that I have to keep an eye out for over time. It only shows up in scan mode. I have seen it a lot on the sides of the station or the module, but I don't think that's scripture. I think you can find it maybe anywhere. We'll do a quick pass underneath. I'm going to turn my flight assist off. Okay, I didn't see it there. So let's go ahead and go over to... Let's go to the other production, which I think is this... did we get to it already? That over there. That's the other production module for microchips right here. I still have not found that darn blueprint trader. I could have sworn I know there is a blueprint trader somewhere. And someone mentioned that it's basically a blueprint trader. I just don't know which stations they're on. Alright, so we've got this one. Let's take flight assist off so we can kind of just float and look around. Oops. Terribly sorry. Terribly sorry, don't mind me. I'm not from around here. Alright, so I'm not seeing that sparkling kind of sparkling icon. You'll see it once we finally get it. You'll know what I'm talking about. It's like a little red blip, and it looks like there's been damage to a station. But without that there, we can't do this part where we basically scan the leak, right? It's a data leak or something. So we have to scan that, and then we get that blueprint for free. Which, hey, I like free. But we've got some money. Maybe we could pay for it legitimately. Was that a thing? Who is talking? Illegal data on drone. What in the world is that? Okay, so I don't see it here. That's fine. I might go around looking at a couple different stations just to get a clip of what it looks like to show you. Otherwise, I'll still try to find out where we can get blueprints on the norm, like without having to resort to subterfuge. But I think I've got what I wanted to do this episode, which was to start our new station. And after we have this started, we'll let our traders run around a bit more, because our traders need to make us more monies. Always need more monies. And once they've got that, once we've got a decent amount of capital, we'll start to figure out how do we want to, how do we want to dedicate this new station? What do we want to make this station do? Do we want to make it a microchip factory? It's around electronics, so maybe we can find out that, this would be really useful to have this right next door. So ice refinery nearby, an ore refinery, power plant. Maybe we're going to be the only one who provides microchips in this sector. Not that it matters. There's another one right there. The other world traders do go in multiple sectors as well. So it's just some things to look into. But I think I'm going to probably do another episode soon after this one. I have been kind of waiting between with like each episode is a new patch to kind of explore how they're patching the game. But I would like to follow up on this pretty soon. So hopefully I'll have another video for X4 Foundations fairly quickly. And there is a new release this week that I want to try to get some time into, which is going to be Atlas, which is the... it kind of came out of nowhere. It's some kind of new... Hi, Xenon. It is a new pirate MMO kind of themed thing, I guess. It just literally came out of nowhere with not a whole lot of information on it. So I'm curious of how that's going to come out. But I will try to have another X4 video up pretty quickly. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching.